It's the narcissist exposing themselves. Think about that for a minute. Everyone, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. So, exposure, that's one of the main things the narcissist doesn't want. You see, the narcissist has been hiding multiple things from you from the minute you met them until probably right now. And at the top of that list, although money's another one, would be exposure. You see, the narcissist does a very good job at blending into the fabric of society. If you married the narcissist, you know this is exactly what they did with you. They acted like they were in a loving, stable, healthy, two-way committed marital relationship, maybe even raising kids or stepkids. Well, that was all smoke and mirrors. The narcissist counter-parented. They didn't co-parent. The narcissist hid money. They didn't build wealth. The narcissist destroyed relationships. They didn't cultivate them. And I could keep going, but I'll slow down there. That's why when I suggest, and I've done this for years in videos, about the fears of the narcissist, I suggest for people to not, and I do repeat, not expose these toxic creatures. Because in time, these people will all do the same things themselves, which means the narcissist will expose themselves over and over and over again. And you are beginning to see that happen in real time. Not exclusively to the person you're considering. I'm referencing average everyday people. I've shared this for this last couple weeks in videos. You are experiencing, just like I am, an energetic shift, a paradigm shift, if you will, on this planet called Earth. And that shift is because you are doing the work, just like I'm doing the work. When we all do our part and we block the narcissist, we go no contact, delete them, remove them and all flying monkeys and people associated with them, then the narcissist has they have fewer places to go approach or attack or to feed off of. Now again, I've done my part, did it 6 years ago. If you've done your part, that's two of us. When a third person does their part, then there are three, on and on and on. And that's why this grassroots movement is really taking foothold. That's why the no contact paradigm, the no contact notion, the no contact implementation has taken foothold. And that's why the narcissist, yes, they themselves are exposing themselves because they're throwing adult temper tantrums that you used to see in the four walls of your house behind closed doors, but they're now doing this in traffic. They're doing it in meetings. They're doing it at graduations. They're doing it at celebrations. They're doing it at lunch get-togethers, etc. Because these people, the dark energy, the narcissists, they can't keep the mask on the way they used to. They know the cat is out of the bag. They know their days are numbered. They know it's just a matter of time before you too, if you haven't yet, before you too jump on the no contact train. Now again, if you've done it, if you've done your part, then I applaud you. And I'm sending you a big virtual heart and a virtual hug. Good job. You did your part. Now you really need to drill into yourself and continue to heal, just like I've done and I continue to do each and every day. If you haven't gone no contact yet, you need to ask yourself, what are you waiting for? Again, there is a caveat here. If you're still tethered to the narcissist, meaning you still have kids with them, or you're waiting for the divorce to get through, or selling of the assets, etc., I get it. That's why you have to create, develop, and get ready to execute your exit plan. But this is what's happening all over the country, all over the world, all over the planet. The narcissists are exposing themselves. Now, truth be told, years ago when I created my channel, did I think this would happen this quickly? No. Did I think this day would happen? Absolutely I did. It's happened a lot quicker than even I thought. And you are living to see what's taking place. You see, in the old days when I would create videos, I would say, let the chips fall where they may, heal, go no contact, block the narcissist, of course, don't expose them, work on yourself, and then the narcissist will slither elsewhere and they'll find other sources of supply. Well, that's all true. And it's never more true back then than right now. It's more true now than it was back then. But I'm gonna add on to that because you see, I'm changing as the days are going by and I'm getting older and a couple gray hairs here and there, and I have more wisdom and more experience just like you do. But now what I'm seeing, not only in my day-to-day life, but through one-on-one sessions and every time I create a video, I have to go back in time and tap into toxicity. Unfortunately, it's what I do, but it's fine, it's all good. That's why I'm different than most people, because I have that ability to do it. And I don't hold anyone's baggage. I don't carry anyone's dead weight. I don't do any of those things. I haven't done those for probably about 6 years, 5.5 years. But having said that, the narcissist, plural, They are having meltdowns more and more. I referenced this in yesterday's video, which is very simply put this way. In the old days, we used to have the 6 o'clock news. 6 o'clock would come on, or 5 o'clock, or 7 o'clock, whatever it was. You watch the news for your 25, 30 minutes with about 4.5 minutes of advertising in there, but that's all we had back then because we had 3 local TV channels, 4 if you count PBS, and then that's what we all did. We sat around, ate our TV dinners, and watched the news. Well, we were all connected with whatever the news was providing for us. And every once in a while, in the earlier days, we would see a horrific accident or something that was negative, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that took place. Thank goodness it's not here. Well, that's what we did. That was years ago, decades ago. You probably don't even remember those days, but having said that, that's not what we do now. Now we have smartphones, now we have the internet, now we can make our own decisions. I'm creating this video out in the Carolina woods. You could be consuming it in Africa, you could be consuming it in Canada, you could be in the United States, you could be in Greece, who knows where you are, but wherever you are, you're connected with me. You see, you're not sitting around having that TV dinner like I used to do when I was younger and watch the news and think, wow, oh my gosh, I'm so fortunate that that's not happening to me. Well, not so fast. What happened? I met the apex predator. The rest is history, which is why I've changed. I'm in the 3rd version of me. That's what you are working towards arriving at, or you've already arrived there. Any way you cut it, the narcissist has already exposed themselves to you. I can assure you they've exposed themselves to your family, to your friends. The narcissist, way before you met them, exposed themselves to their own family and former romantic relationships or friendships, etc. And this is what happens. Remember, the narcissist is doing nothing but staying stuck in that hamster wheel, going around and around and around. And they're trying to collect as many people along their path of destruction as they can collect. Once you are out of the narcissistic cycle, the loop, the trauma bond, the devaluation stage, and the narcissistic fog, you need to stay out. It is not an easy feat to remove yourself from toxicity. But again, I did it, and I believe in you more than you'll ever know, because if I did it, one person during C19, which is exactly what I did and when I did it, you can certainly do it today or tomorrow or down the road. But you need to understand, if you're considering exposing the narcissist, maybe taking a full-page ad out and calling them out, or maybe taking social media ads and exposing them, or making some ridiculous meme and posting something that only you and the narcissist would understand. This is not good. You shouldn't be doing any of these things, because what you will be doing is you'll be going down in the weeds, in the low vibrational quagmire state where the narcissist thrives. This is what is known as the dark energy force. This is their low vibrational state. You were captured and trapped in that state for a long period of time. You had no business being there. Remember, you are the polar opposite of the narcissist. The narcissist is low energy. You are what I call a beautiful, bright, shining light. But having said that, you should not expose the narcissist. If you do that, your name's going to go back to the top of the list, and you will be back on the radar of them, and who knows what they will do, or who knows what other toxic people they've met between the time your relationship ended and today, and maybe they have even more people that they could attack you with. I don't know. What I do know is this, is you should let these people expose themselves. Every single time you're in a food court and you see an adult throw a food tray, or smash a carton of soda pop, or throw a Kentucky Fried Chicken leg at the waste bin, but they don't hit it. Every time you see behaviors like that, you will be seeing a narcissistic mini rage fit. Now you could say, wait, that's not a rage fit, and that's what people do these days. Well, that proves my point now, doesn't it? See, way back when, what did people do? Way back when, people at food courts, they would get their food and they would politely throw away the recyclables, throw away the things that go in the garden and things like that. But these days, everyone is entitled. They just make a mess and they don't care. They think it's someone else's fault. And that's why narcissism is all over the planet. You see, it starts with one person. It's the narcissist. And once they dump their toxicity into somebody else, then that person gets infected, if you will. It's true. Absolutely true. The question is when that person gets infected or bitten by the dirty fangs, like a vampire, by the narcissist, once that person gets out of the relationship, the billion-dollar question is, what do they do with the wisdom they've acquired? This is assuming they figure out that they were bitten by the narcissist. And yeah, I'm using those words strategically. You should be able to read between the lines. That person could do one of two things. truth of the matter, they can do more than that, but I'll say two. One, they can say, you know what? I got taken advantage of. I'm going to do the exact same thing to other people. I'm going to punish people. I'm going to manipulate people. I'm going to do everything the narcissist did. Well, that is not the path. You shouldn't be considering that. You shouldn't do it because that will make you toxic. Enough oxygen on the toxic side. The other side is the side I took, and it's the side you have taken or you will. This is when you have time to work on yourself, to take the high road, to understand the narcissist will expose themselves, because that's what they did when they were with you, and that's what they did long before they met you, and it's what they will continue to do until they take their last breath. But as you're healing and getting stronger, the narcissist will be punished because they won't have access to you. And by this time, I hope you're following, every video I create has a beginning, a middle, and an end, but also because the narcissist will also become punished by other people who have blocked them. Now you may say, whoa, you're talking about punishing the narcissist, Andrew. What's with that? Well, again, I don't wish ill will upon anybody. Not the narcissist, not anybody. I'm not going to start now. I've never done it, and I'm not going to start now. Punishing is what happens when people try to destroy and ruin other people's lives. But remember, punishment doesn't come at the hands of you or myself. It comes now, not only from a higher power, but it comes from the raging narcissists themselves. Because without access to somebody like you, they don't know what to do. They don't have someone navigating them, steering them, directing them, giving them, pacifying them, if you will. They don't have that. And when they don't have that, they have to look inward. And when they have to look inward, they don't like what they see because it's nothing but a vast wasteland. So what do? Then they take it out on whoever they're with, i.e. food court, rage fit on a freeway, rage fit in the office, rage fit when you're bringing the trash bins in from the laundry, from the garbage person, the trash person that day. This is what's happening all over the planet. Now again, you may be thinking, wow, is everyone the narcissist? No, anything but. Not everyone is the narcissist, not even close. But you're seeing more and more toxic behaviors, and guess what's happening with you? You're becoming accustomed to it. Don't get accustomed to toxicity. Don't just shrug your shoulders and say, well, that's what they do. No, don't consume the toxicity. Don't give it the time of day. Don't entertain it. Don't laugh at their pathetic, stupid, weak jokes. Don't be an enabler. Don't be a flying monkey. Don't do anything to continue to feed the flames of the narcissist or fan the flames of the narcissist. If you haven't gone no contact yet, you should do it. You should really consider why you haven't done it. Because eventually, as this video is sharing with you, the narcissists will expose themselves over and over and over again. And I will share this with you and then I'll close the video. Think about when you were in the relationship with them. From the very first minute you met that person until the minute it ended. Did you see cracks in the armor with them? Of course you did. Did you see them become unhinged for things that you seemed were trivial? Example, maybe somebody didn't call them back at exactly 10:15 in the morning, then they called them back at 10:20, and the narcissist was fried because they had to wait 10 minutes, or they claimed they had to wait when they were triangulating you with one of your best friends on their own smartphones, but they acted like they were waiting for a phone call when they weren't. See what I just shared? This is how the energy flows through me. It flows through you too. Once you heal, you will understand exactly what I'm talking about. But when you wrap your head around the fact that the narcissist does not have access, even close to the way they had access, even just 14 minutes and 20 seconds ago. Why I said that is because this video is going to be closed in about another minute and a half, 2 minutes. And the whole point is when you do your part, like I've done my part, we all get stronger. The narcissist gets weaker. So they will expose themselves just like they did when you were with them. Think about it. In the beginning, when you were in the relationship with that person, you saw red flags, didn't you? Of course you did. You saw more than you've ever seen in any relationship prior. Is that true? Yes, it is true. Why? Because you were entering a relationship with a toxic person who was wearing a mask, trying to super glue it onto their face so you didn't see who they were and figure it out ahead of time so that before they could steal whatever they wanted to steal from you. Everything goes full circle, everything. So when you wrap your head around what I just shared with you, then you understand, yeah, calling the narcissist out, like I've known this since the minute I figured out what narcissism was. Truth of the matter is, I've known this my whole life without even knowing what narcissism was. You don't want to entertain toxicity. You don't want to be the person who goes down in the weeds with a apex predator. You don't want to be a person who goes down in the low vibrational quagmire with someone that's where they thrive. So when you wrap your head around that, then you understand one thing. The narcissist will continue to expose themselves. It's what they're doing right now. It's what they'll do tonight. It's what they're doing tomorrow. And while the narcissist is on one of their 3, 4, 15 smartphones, crawling over social media, crawling over dating apps, getting doors slammed on them left, right, and center, while they're aging, their money's dissipating, and the clock is ticking because the Grim Reaper is looking over their shoulder, they will look back and they will say, I had all these supply sources. I had this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. All of these people are still trapped. All these people haven't healed. All these people, I own them. But there's one person who blocked me, one person who got off the radar, one person who was smart and wise enough and took action quick enough to kick me to the curb. Who was that person again? Oh, that's right. They're the one that got away. They're the beautiful, bright, shining light. They're the person that Andrew talks about on videos every single day. That person is you. You need to close the chapter of the book once and for all on the raging narcissist. Don't give toxicity a moment of your time. Understand calling them out will never serve you. And understand this, the narcissist will continue to expose themselves over and over and over again. And now that you've figured out who they are and what they're capable of, just like I have, more and more people are doing that themselves. They're discovering what narcissism is, whether they were in relationships or not, and they too will close doors on the narcissist, which means what? That's right. Grab that knife and fork, narcissists. You people are going to be starving for a long time because Thanksgiving Day is closed forever. Supply Central is closed. Grade A supply sources are nowhere to be found. The barrens are empty. The cupboards are bare. The shelves are barren, if I didn't repeat myself 3 different ways. And there's a supply crunch. And guess what? That supply crunch will never be replenished because all of us, every single one of us who've been in the cycle, flailing, trapped, manipulated, left for dead, we've all gotten the message, and most of us are healing or have gone no contact or are about to do it. That's why the way this record goes around, it's going to stop. It's going to have an abrupt stop, an abrupt ending. And guess what's going to happen? It will be you, raging narcissist, holding the bag, scratching your old balding head with all the wrinkles in your face, wearing clothes of 50 years ago, saying, what happened? I had it all. Well, I'll tell you exactly what happened. You did have it all, and you blew it like you blow every relationship. So guess what? You made your bed, lie in it. Everyone, that's the video. I hope you liked it. From the beautiful Carolinas, this is Andrew. Namaste. No matter where you are on the planet, remember, no matter where you are on the planet, you are not alone. I love you all. God bless you, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. A couple quick things. I hope you're enjoying the sound of Mother Nature out here, because the sounds are just absolutely gorgeous. Number 2, will the narcissist expose themselves? Yeah, they're doing it right now. Every time they communicate with somebody, which isn't you, and someone tells them the magic word or the kryptonite that they don't want to hear, I'm talking about the narcissist, which is the 2-letter word no. Every time they hear that word, they can't handle it. What do they have to do? They take that word and they have to punish someone else for hearing that word. Or every time someone goes no contact or blocks them, or every time someone doesn't answer the phone, or every time someone changes their phone number, or moves a zip code, or moves a country, or every time someone heals and is looking like $1 billion, or every time someone replenishes their money that was stolen from them, or every time or anytime someone falls in love again. You see, there is so much out there for you. The narcissist never wanted you knowing that. Now you do know it. Once you're out, you stay out and let the narcissist continue to expose themselves, because that's what they're doing. And again, you can't put the genie back in the bottle. You can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. You can't unsee what you've seen. And now the narcissist has nowhere left to hide. So in the old days, before I close this video, I suggested, this is years ago, I suggested don't expose them, because if you do it, the boomerang effect may come back and they may set their sights on you. That is completely still true. Don't expose these people. But the other side of the coin is now more true than ever. And I thought it would take longer than it did. But the truth is, because the narcissists are all trying to play king of the hill or king of the mountain, and they're all trying to get the supply sources with very few supply sources available, they're fumbling. They're becoming unhinged and unglued, and you're seeing a lot of their poor behaviors everywhere, in food courts, in traffic, on airplanes, in business meetings, at the gym. I didn't mention that, but I'm sure you see meltdowns at the gym and everywhere else. The reason why is because these people don't have somebody like you to regulate them. And guess what? That's their problem. I love you all, and I'll talk with you tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Bye.